And we're passing on to Donkey Kong 94.
We are indeed.
Yay!
Woo!
I will do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Donkey Kong 94. First off, my name is Shiekrunner, and sorry for the tag issues. And this game is like a very high execution-based game. So you will see me mostly bake flipping at the first few stages. So there are also like a lot of cutscenes in this game. So if you are familiar with the first 4 stages, it's probably because they are the updated version of like the old arcade version of Donkey Kong. But trust me, there are more than just 4 stages in this game. So the next stage is actually the first hard stage. We have to do a difficult jump here. I didn't get it, but that's fine. So that was pretty bad, but it's fine. And the next stage is like already some RNG with like the fire enemies. It's always RNG in which spot they are, and depending which spot they are, I can easily die. So this looks okay-ish. Yeah, this is fine. So, like after every 4 stages, there's like a cutscene playing, and in this cutscene, they explain like a few things. For example, they explain like the basic basic techniques in this game. So in this case, they just explain how you finish a stage. In order to finish a stage, you have to put a key into the door. So that's how you finish the stage. So here in the first stage, we actually see the first glitch. It's a wall kick, or wall jump. So I will be wall jumping to get that key there. So it's RNG, so I tried a few times. If I can't get it, I will just not do the wall kick. So I couldn't get it there, so I will just not. But the next stage, like in 4 stages, there will be another option for me to do the wall kick. So be ready for that. So this stage is very cool execution-wise. So I did it. Oh, I don't. So I have to wait for the cycle here. It's fine though. I'm playing pretty bad right now, but it's still fine. Like a lot of mistakes already. But this stage is pretty easy. So there's really nothing about the stage. In some cases you can accidentally dupe the hammer, and that will make it difficult for you to complete the stage. So here I will do a wall kick. So I have to wait on that object. For some reason I can't get wall jumps to work right now. This is pretty weird. I want to get this. I will do this as long as it takes me to get this. I will try it one more time. So this was actually like a very big mistake, but I can't understand why I didn't get it there. Like there are like a lot of RNG, but it's not that bad. Like you should usually get this. Like after a few tries, so this was very bad. But that's how you normally would finish a stage, like 10 to 15 seconds. Like my mash is not on point. So here they introduce like item boxes. For in this case, they introduce like a bridge that you can like place to go over. So if you can avoid them, you want to avoid them, because each time you use an activate an item box, you lose like at least 3 seconds. So in this stage, you will actually see me avoiding one of the item boxes in order to save time. So the next item box I won't get. So one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that you can actually pick up the key in mid-air. So I won't be jumping on the key and collect when I'm on it. So I will just like collect it already in mid-air. So because wall kicks didn't work earlier, I would just like do the safe strat here. Like it's not really a safe strat, it's more like the strat that you're supposed to do, but I usually go for like a strat that involves a bit of RNG. So I have to warm up my hands a bit so I can mash better, I guess. Like that was definitely not RNG, that was completely like my fault that I didn't get the wall jump, I feel like. So 1-7 is actually like a stage that varies a lot. I could go for the insane strat. I try it, why not? I doubt I get it though. I died, but that's fine. I just wanted to try it. I guess I don't get a second try on this stage simply on this strat simply. Yes, I didn't get it. It depends on like the mice movement. If he walks to the right, I can do the strat. If he doesn't, I can't. So I just do like this strat. Like it's the Optimus strat. If you get this RNG, it's like 5 seconds slower though. So each end boss of a world is like the same. You have to get 3 barrels and throw it at him, and then he dies basically. So that was the first world. So and when you like run this game, the most resets are in World 1, simply because there's so much RNG with the wall jumps that just like you just reset there over and over again because you don't get the right RNG. So the next world, there's actually a new glitch that gets introduced. So it's called the backflip key grab glitch, and the way it works is that you, instead of just jumping and collecting the key, you do a backflip and collect the key. And that makes basically the key stuck to Mario's head, and you can do all sorts of things with it. So here you will see me, for example, like doing the double tumble. That basically makes me able to climb ladders with the key. So that's pretty cool, I guess. So I practiced this world like a lot. So that was perfect. So as you can see, it looked like I didn't have the key anymore, but I had. So optimally, I get this similar strat to that in 2-1. So I got that as well, I'm happy about that. So double tumble here again. So now I can ladders, for example. That's pretty cool also. So don't die here. That's pretty easy to die there. So I didn't get that. So the next stage is actually really cool. So we don't do it intentionally. We just like block like the door that is supposed to close with this ladder. So we just do this, and now we can just finish the stage immediately. So I wanted to go for like an advanced strat here on the next stage, but I like don't do it because like I'm playing poorly right now. Like this world is perfect so far, but like World 1 was terrible. I got it. That was close though. Like I wanted to. I haven't mentioned like all the different movements that you can do. So there are like a handstand jump, a double handstand jump, a backflip, a reverse backflip, but I will go on that later in the one, when you can actually see what I'm talking about. I guess it's pretty hard to imagine that if you don't see it and you have never played the game. So it's pretty pointless to be mentioning it. So the next 3 stages actually are not that difficult. Besides, 2-7 is just a bit RNG. So you see that. So that was this stage. So this stage is like...
If you want your stream to be totally ripped, then you need your stream to get down the gym.
Is it like any percent?
Is it any percent ripped? Is it 100% ripped? Or is it a super beefcake ripped?
Is it a glitch drip run?
It's the only one we'll find out. It looks like we're back. Thanks very much.
Am I back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay. So there is a good time to read donations right now.
So we've got time for a few donations?
Yes, we have a lot of time for...
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. So we've got a few to get through. So we've got 2 $5 donations from Gruel. The first one is messageless, and the second one says, "Forgot my message. Good job, me. Good luck with Freedom Planet, Punchy. Love, Gruel." So thank you very much for the $10 there. Top Badge sent us $1 during the stream out, saying up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. Maybe we'll try that next time the stream freezes. Thank you very much for the donation. How's your German?
Let's see here. Oh God.
I'll do the German one if you want.
I can a little bit.
So I'll
Gerhild $5. Wir brauchen Hilde in der Tag nicht und nicht nur den Nacht nicht, denn jeder braucht Hilde für bunte Regenbögen und ganz viel Glück und Spaß. Hilde, Hilde, Hilde und sie ärgern ist toll.
danke schön gern für deine $5, Hilde.
And then we have a $5 donation from New Metamoon. Finally could give a little something, smiley face. And a $5 from Sartre for also a smiley face.
Thank you very much for the donations, guys. Keep them coming.
So here's actually like a new trick coming up. Or like not a new trick, but I will make use of like reverse backflips. That is like the hardest movement technique in the game. So I have to do 3 in a row. I don't know if I get it here, but if it's not that, I just go for the backup. It's not that big of a deal. So I go for the backup. But you can see a cool other strat, I think. If it don't, yes, it should work. So I just like did the backflip key grab glitch and just died there for a sec, and then I fall off the platform and then got back to life basically. So here's I just did an extended backflip. I will go on that later. So there's again a good time for to read donations.
Yep, we have one more $20 donation from Edward. It says, "Hey, may I comment? I've followed and supported GDQ from its inception in a bedroom to the convention-filling event it is now. Likewise, I've followed ESA from the smallest gathering, Anime K's Amnesia, to the 24-hour hustle-bustle it has become now. All this gaming for a good cause is fantastic. If you say crumpets without saying anything else, I will donate another $50. Thank you very much for the donation, Edward. Crumpets.
So World 3 is actually, there's a lot of RNG in World 3, but there's also like a lot of execution as well. Hopefully I can show a wall kick in the next stage, because I haven't shot any wall kicks yet, and there's supposed to have at least be 5 already. But like, that happens, I guess. So this stage is pretty easy, there's nothing really to worry about. So far the run has been okay. So the only thing that was terrible was World 1. So I'm happy. So here I can do a wall jump. So the next jump I will do, I will actually point out what kind of jump it is. So this is a handspring, this is a double handspring, and this is a wall jump. But I didn't get up there, so I have to do one again. I didn't get up there again, so there's nothing I can do about that. So here I do a tumble cancel, so I just like do the backflip key grab glitch and cancel the falling animation while I hit the ground with pressing B. But like, so here I can actually do an interesting clip if I get the right RNG, and I didn't, so I cannot do it. It's sad. So the next stage is actually one of the biggest stages with RNG. The stage can vary like by 20 seconds. So let's hope Donkey Kong is on our side, because he can decide whether he wants to switch the switch or not. So he decided to do it, so this looks good so far. And this should be good. Yes, this is good. I should have been able to tell that way earlier, like this was completely fine RNG. I don't know why I wasn't able to tell that. So this is the first half of World 3. So here they actually don't introduce anything. It's just like a cutscene where they don't introduce anything, but normally they do. So for each in every cutscene they like count down my time and give me for each 100 points like 1 life. But that's pretty self-explanatory. So here I will do the backflip key grab glitch again. Oh, I got that, easy. So here we go. So I will use it a bit differently than I have been using before. Ah, that actually was a small mistake by like around 3 seconds. So here I will use the bridge as like a wall to jump off, so I can get up here early. Like this. And then I just collect the key and finish the stage. It's pretty easy. So, like, this is one of the stages here again where there's some RNG. Like, if you get bad RNG, you lose 5 seconds here, and if you get good RNG, you get, like, don't lose 5 seconds, but it depends. So let's just hope I get the good RNG. This was bad RNG. But, like, it's only 5 seconds, it will only be worth it in, like, a real attempt, so... So the next stage is actually a bit different, like you have to climb all the way up to get to Donkey Kong, but it's basically the same as the other stages, where you just have to throw barrels against Donkey Kong. But here I will like first get all the barrels ready so I can throw it against him when every barrel is there to save some time. Like this. The world that is coming up now is actually the second hardest world, and there's the single hardest trick in this world, but it's 4-9, so it still takes some time to get there. But these first 4 stages are pretty difficult. But now this game gets really difficult compared to what was before. But like getting here on a real attempt is pretty rare already. Usually you just reset in work 1. So these vines are pretty finicky to deal with, but I have it down pretty good. Oh, that's unfortunate. But at least it saves the jump. Like, the reason why I could make this jump was only because of the backflip keyboard glitch, simply because the key is stuck to my head, so I can't lose it. Normally I would have just picked, like, Mario would have normally just lost the key there. So in the next stage, you will see like the first real use of the extended handspring. The handspring is like the handstand jump. See it here in a second. So that will give me like extra height to get on the platform, the extended handspring. So right here. So this was the extended handspring basically. This glitch basically allows me to get like some extra height off the trampoline, and then I get up the platform, which is normally not supposed to be happening, to be possible. So in here I can abuse a bit like the hitboxes of this game, so you can just duck here and then you don't get hit by the thing that Donkey Kong throws at you. So here we see Donkey Kong Jr. In the cutscene, and he is the fault for a lot of RNG in this game. So let's just hope he is nice to me. He's actually will ruin my like at least 10 seconds in the next 2 stages for me. I can guarantee that. That usually happens to me on like this pace. So at this stage I also use the backflip Giga glitch. I could get bonus here, which would be oh, okay, that's fine. I didn't get bonus at least. So normally you want to aim for the door, so you can just finish the stage that way. So here I use the handspring to get some extra, like handspring movement is faster than just normal walking. So if you have like a long like street that you walk across, you want to use like the handspring to move instead of just walking. So that's just faster. And you also want to jump into those. I haven't mentioned that because if you walk into those, that's basically slower as by jumping into those. So in this stage right here, there's Donkey Kong Jr. and he can either decide to give me good RNG, which saves 6 seconds, average RNG, which just is like not getting good RNG, and bad RNG is losing like 12 seconds, but it can be up to 70 seconds. Like the worst that I had was like 22 seconds. So now we wait on him, see what he does. And he gives us average RNG. So if you fail the first jump here, it's actually faster to just die, because the mushroom that's falling down there is always in your way if you want to get up there again. Or like at least for the first 4 cycles, so it's just faster to die. But it didn't happen, so that's fine. So here they will show you the hammer that will be used like in the next world quite a lot. But for this world you don't use it yet. But like the hardest stage is coming up now. So the only, like, there's the 2 hard jumps that you have to make. But like I'm confident that I get that, because like why shouldn't I? Didn't get that reverse backflip, that saves like a few seconds. So 1, I have to get it again. I died. Damn. But that's kind of unfortunate. But I got the first jump, which is also pretty hard. But just another try. Like this is like the hardest trick in the game. Or almost the hardest. I'm not sure. So once... That annoys me. I don't want to do the backup here. There is a backup for the second jump, but I have practiced it enough, so like I'm confident that I can get this pretty easy. No, that wasn't good. There it is. So there you have seen me like do another handspring after I got the trick, simply because like handspring movement is faster than just walking. So this stage is pretty easy. But there is a strat that can be quite difficult. So there's a good time for donations right now.
So we have another $50 from Edward. Says you weren't meant to read the bit before crumpets, but you did still say crumpets on the sly in a seductive voice. So here's the $50. Did I hear something about the USA government multiplying the total received by 100 or 200% and adding that amount to the cause? Well, thank you very much for the donation, Edward. It was actually 10 times the donation amount, so even more than 100 or 200%. So please do keep that money coming. Sticky toffee pudding.
If you want, you can keep calling drift donations.
That was the donations for now, but please do keep donating. I'll switch off the lights, sorry.
So this was World 4. The next world is mostly... there's some stages that are hard, but mostly it's just RNG, I would say. I guess there's only like 3 stages that are RNG, but the other stages are all almost only autopilot, so there's nothing really to worry about. So here I will also do the backflip keyboard glitch, but only to save like half a second. And if I don't get it, I lose usually a second. So I want to... Yes, I got it. Easy. So in the next stage, when the enemy at the down screen down screen. Like the enemy that is down is walking to the right, that's good RNG, and if he's walking to the left, that's bad RNG. So I got good RNG, so I could immediately throw the enemy against the other enemies. So that was pretty good. So that saves a lot of time. So the next stage that comes up is the first one that's really RNG, if you get the wall kick or not. I usually don't get it, and I don't think I will get it here because I haven't like gotten any wall kicks yet. So, but let's just see, maybe it's the one. But we have to, there it was. So, wall jumps are basically just RNG, you cannot manipulate it to 100% as a human being, as far as I know. So, here there are like a few different cycles, so I got a bad one here. So I tried to get the like the wall kick here. I got it, so that was a backup. So you have to make the cycle, the ladder cycle. If the ladder is up at the beginning, you can usually get it, but it was not like up at the beginning, right at the beginning, so that's a bit risky to go for, so I just went for the backup instead. So like the next couple of cutscenes basically are just like pretty useless. They don't teach you anything, but I guess you don't really need that. So there's also RNG in the next stage, but it's like very minor. We just eliminate the RNG by killing those 3 enemies at the top. Should I go for the extended extended handspring? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't go for it. So I could do like a very I should have gone for it. Here you can do like a very risky jump, which if you don't get it, you have to wait on this key. But I had to wait on the key anyway because like for some reason the cycle was messed up. So at least I got the second try, so kind of weird that I messed it up. So there is time for another donation. The next stage is completely RNG, there's nothing to talk about, really.
Okay, let's see. We have another donation from Edward again for $10 this time, saying good man for a toffee. Good night for now. Thank you very much for your donations.
So here it's like Donkey Kong Jr. again, like trying to like ruin the run. He can decide whatever he wants to do, and we got good RNG, like not bad. Could have completed the stage by 7 seconds, like 7 seconds better. But like you can also get so bad RNG that you just die there without you being able to do anything. So this stage is actually kind of cool, like execution-wise. So I try to backflip up this like mountain, and then I do the double tumble. So I will tumble here once, like this. So now I tumble twice, and now the key is stuck in the air again. So I can just like complete the stage without ever having actually the key, but I have the key. I don't really understand it, but it works, so I'm happy with it. And this stage is pretty easy, but it looks like hard. Yes. I actually thought of another stage there, so I got a bit surprised. I was at a different stage that is similar like this. So I guess it's another good time for donations. It's just this cutscene. So this stage is a bit difficult. Like there's one hard thing that you have to do. If you don't get it, it's usually not that bad because you have a lot of tries to get it. But if you die, that loses a lot of time, so let's just hope that doesn't happen. So I got it. So that I jumped off the key to get up there. That's not really supposed to happen. And then I have to get perfect movement. I have to go. I have to do perfect movement the way back. So if I don't, the key would disappear because the key has a time limit, and the time limit like would have run out. So we actually cheese this stage pretty hard. So we're just gonna throw the key inside of one of those rocks above me, and it just will go straight to the door, and then we just collect it afterwards, like this. Pretty easy. And in the next stage, there's one cool trick that's only useful, as far as I know, in this next stage. So hopefully I get it. So first we block this door right here. So normally there would go like a door open if I pull the switch, but with blocking it, it doesn't happen. I didn't get the grip. I did. Now I got it. So what I basically did there is I threw the key like high up and did a backflip, and I have like a small window in which I can collect it again when I'm on like ground again. So I got bad RNG here, so that second enemy can either choose to go to the right or left there. If he goes to the left, I will lose this third enemy and I have to wait on another enemy. So that kind of sucks, but the run isn't that good either way. Like, I've done a lot of mistakes. And like RNG was also not that nice. So A-Plane is a very interesting stage, and probably people who played this as a child got stuck on this this world. At least I was stuck here as a child, like, pretty long. So let's just hope everything will work out. And this world basically also introduced like wind physics, so I will always get like a bit pushed back, so I have to work with that. But like the first 4 stages are a bit difficult, and the other ones are also like a bit difficult, but overall it's all just muscle memory. So I did the backflip keyword bridge again here, so it just could fall down there. If you do the stage really fast, then you can actually do it without like tumbling once. You just fall straight down to the door. So here I will do the handspring again, so I move a bit faster, and I handspring up there to get the key, and then I just do the backflip keyword bridge to fall into the door. And I will do this actually the exact same thing next round, the next stage. That was close. So the next stage looks really difficult, and it's definitely difficult if you just pick up the game, just started playing the game. But if you just played it long enough, it's not really that difficult anymore. So that was the trick basically. Not that hard. So cannons play a big role in the next few stages. Actually, I think, yeah, in the next stage they can ruin your run if you have bad luck, or if you like make a dumb decision. So the time can actually vary quite a lot in this stage. So there are like 3 strats. Like if I'm really fast, I can get a 133 here. If I'm really bad, I will have to wait on certain cycles and don't get a 133. So I won't get a 133 here. But I went for a risky strat, so it's not gonna be too terrible. It's gonna probably be around 131. Yeah, easy. The next stage is actually pretty funny. So there's like this thing that you can use to get like over like this huge like bike things, but I just fall down. But I got the back up, so easy. And I fall down again, but I got up again. So we just use double handsprings here instead of using the rope thingy. So that was kind of luck that I got the back up there, not gonna lie. So here at the beginning I will go for a wall kick to get like an insane strat, but usually you don't usually get it. So and if you get it, you can only go for it once, and then you just try to like do the normal strat, which is still kind of like difficult. So you're supposed to normally do the stage completely different, but I have forgotten how you would do it normally. It has definitely something to do with these switches, that's for sure. So optimally I get like I didn't get it. Optimally I get a double tumble here, so but I didn't get it, so there's nothing I can do about that. Can I get the wall kick? I got a wall kick, but I couldn't get up there. So if you're lucky here, you can actually get a jump in the air. And I didn't get it, but it's completely useless. So here I just like wait until every barrel is there, so I can collect it and throw it against Donkey Kong. So the next world is actually like the hardest world in this game. Like the last 9 stages are very difficult, especially last 4 stages. But there's also like one of the biggest RNG things in the run. So the first stage, there's nothing really to it, but like there's like one advanced thread that you can do, which is not really difficult if you have played this game a lot, but it definitely looks difficult, and it's also quite difficult. But like I had to wait there for the fire enemy to make the thing clear, the way clear. So here I will jump at the ice thing to make this jump that I failed. That jump right there. So it's pretty difficult. So the next stage is, I would say, the stage with the most RNG, so it can vary like by 30 seconds. If you can save 30 seconds here, or you can lose 30 seconds. So I try to get a wall jump here. I have 3 tries to get this. If I don't, I didn't. So I have to go down here and have to check if like the octopus is there. So the octopus is not there, so I only lose 15 seconds over the Optimus Dread. So if the Optimus would have been at the switch, which he can, then I would have need to go up again and then try to get the wall jump again. But like that didn't happen here, so I'm fine. So this stage is basically autopilot. So there's one hidden door there. It's kind of hinted at the beginning, but I didn't see it as a child. So I will go for a strat, which I would normally not do in a normal run, simply because it's too risky, but I can afford to die once, so if I don't get it, I will just go for the normal strat. I got it, so that was a clip. It's like it's kind of difficult. So I'm trying to go for a strat that saves like 3 seconds here, but it's kind of risky if I have to get really close to those spikes and they can easily kill me. So I have to trigger both spikes, that's the advanced strat, so I got it. So you could just trigger one spike, but that loses like 3 seconds. So the next stage is really difficult. But like it's also just basically muscle memory. What have I done there? I completely played it wrong. I don't know what I just did there. I'm supposed to do a handspring to get up there, but I just collected the key, I don't know why. So that's what you're supposed to do. Then place it down here, so I can use that as platform to get up again. So now this normally would have to wait until like these fire guys would clear the ice, but this way you can just skip that, which saves a lot of time. So this stage, there are also like a lot of different strats that you can do, but it's all depending on the first trick. I tried to throw those, that didn't work. I tried to throw those this key against those two enemies. So now I just have to go for the normal strat, which is still fine, like it's just a few seconds lost. So you can skip this item box right here, but only if you have like got the best kill of those two enemies at the beginning, which I didn't, so I cannot go for that. So you can get a 280 here, which is 8 seconds faster than what I got there. But here you want to do a wall jump. I could have died there, but like I didn't die, so. So the next 4 stages are probably like the hardest stages that come after each other, if that makes sense. So the first one is just like, there are enemies, if you jump on them, you have like a chance on clipping into them, and then you just die. So that's kind of dumb if that happens, but it happens quite often. The other stage is just like also like the same reason, because things can happen that you just cannot prevent if they happen. So and the last stage is basically really difficult. So here you want to trigger those ice spikes, so you can use them for a platform to jump on this thing. So these are those enemies, but I didn't clip into them, so I'm Gucci. So the next stage is actually funny. Like you can like take it very slow at the beginning, because you have to wait on a few things in this stage. Actually, you just have to wait on those 2 spikes that are like falling down right now on top of the screen. You have to wait until they respawn, so you can like take it really slow because they need some time to respawn. And you want to wait here to reduce the chance of dying. You can simply like clip into those spikes basically, and that kills you. Didn't happen, so that's good. So and here is just the beginning really difficult, so you will see how close it is. Like it looks like I'm going to die there, but I won't, probably. so I didn't die. So here's also a hidden door again, but it's hinted at the start, so it's not really hidden. But like you can miss that if you didn't watch like the beginning of the stage, so it's right there. So I'm currently the only active runner in this game, but I think this is actually a really like good speed game, and it would be awesome if more people would pick up this game, because I think it's a bit unknown, but it's like really still really good. I don't really understand why it's so unknown. So this world was world 7, so now comes the longest world. Oh, 666, nice. So now comes the longest world in this game. So world 8 is has 16 stages, and normally a world has only like 8 stages or 12. So this is the only world with like 16 stages. So, and the like first 4 stages are actually only like 2 of those first stages are RNG, but the rest is like all execution. Like most things are just execution, but there's like a small effect of RNG, which is always there. Like a lot of this game is like you get a certain RNG and you can go for a strat that you couldn't have go for if you didn't like get a different RNG. So there's one really insane strat here, which I don't go for it, because if I don't, I could lose like 20 to 30 seconds here easily, if I go for that. And this stage is actually really difficult, so you have to, like, don't walk on those tiles. If you walk on those tiles that you see there on the ground, you open like the cage for the hedgehogs, and then they just run you over pretty easily, so that shouldn't happen. So I have to mash really weird here for to get up this waterfall. You're not supposed to do that, by the way. At least I think you're not supposed to do it. But like, if you just mash fast enough, it's pretty. You don't even have to mash it fast to get up there. It's pretty easy. I think actually in one cutscene they might show it a bit that you can do that. So this stage is probably my least favorite stage in this whole game, simply because this is totally just RNG. But like you can save a lot of time here if you have gotten bad RNG. So far this looks okay. This looks awesome so far. Yes, this is perfect RNG, easy. That's pretty rare. Like getting 181 is like the best you can hope for. Like usually I get like a 167. Which is 4 seconds slower than what I just got there. So this is like almost the end of the game already. So next stage is I will do the backflip Kiga glitch again. To make it basically fast. So that was also pretty difficult. So here I just did the backflip Kiga glitch again, so now I can like get hit by anything basically, and that won't kill me, because if you just don't tumble at all with the backflip Kiga glitch, actually you have to tumble once, but if you tumble once then you are invincible to enemies and you can easily die there from an enemy. So here at the beginning I actually do an extended handspring again, so that allows me to get on a platform I'm not normally supposed to be able to go on. There it was. I almost died there. I would try something. So that I just wanted to do that because of Luke's score. That lost a little bit of time, but that just looks good, so I wanted to do it. So what you can also do with keys is things like this. That was great. That didn't happen. So we have to do the other stage again. So normally you're supposed, like, you would get up there, and I just like clip out of bounds. So it's always better to wait on the elevator, because if you get stuck there, there is a way to get out of there again, but it's very uncommon to get that back up, so you just always wait on the elevator, unless it's obvious that you can go for it. So here, we're actually gonna do a double tumble. This is actually recently found by me, like on the stretch, like on the stage. I didn't get it, but it doesn't lose any time, not that much time, like around 2 seconds. Like this one can't get any worse. Actually not sure how good this run is. Probably very worse than I think it is. But World 2 went really good. That's the only thing that matters. So this is another stage in which you can, like, execution is not that big of a role here, but like more RNG, so the stones that Donkey Kong throws can go, like, cannot, they sometimes, like, go off screen and then you can't get them, but that's supposed to happen. That's unfortunate. For some reason, he didn't jump there. I definitely pressed. But, like, I got perfect RNG, which is not that uncommon on this stage, but you can get bad RNG here. But I haven't gotten it lately, so... So these backflips are actually more difficult than they look, because the hitbox on those stones are pretty weird. So the backflips are actually pretty precise. That's one of the things that you can improve on this stage, which you wouldn't be able to, like, which is really difficult. So here you will see how you can climb up a bit like a waterfall, but not really. So next stage, I will actually do something similar to a wall jump, which is not really a wall jump, but it saves quite some time if you get it on first try. As you see, hopefully I can get this. So I try to get on the last pixel of the waterfall and then jump off of that like this. And that you can go up that way. Normally you're supposed to use a ladder, which, like, you have to use like an item box, so that's slower, and getting up there that way is also faster. And to get down there again, you just use the key to ride on. So Here you will see what the backflip keyword glitch can do, basically, also. You can just like do the glitch and just jump for the door and aim for the door. And if you like would normally land on the ground, like from such a height, you would die. But because like the door acts like a black hole, it just pulls you inside of it and you don't die. So it's pretty cool. So hopefully I can get the reverse backflip. I did get the reverse backflip. So now I just backflip again and this saves like a second. Why did I just do the backflip keyword glitch on that key? I'm normally not supposed to do that, but that doesn't lose any time, so that's why when I climbed off of the ladder it looked so weird. So the next stage is actually really cool. It's also like it looks difficult, but trust me, it's not that difficult as it looks. So it's pretty quick, but it's not really that difficult. It just looks difficult. So, like the next stage is really just really autopilot. There's not anything you have to do really. But the next stage is actually the last really difficult stage in this game, and it's probably the second hardest stage in the whole game. Simply because if you don't get the jump in the leg, like there's like a special jump you have to do, which skips almost the whole level. Or you can get to a section in the level that you're not supposed to be in at that point, and that saves like a lot of time. But you only have 3 tries, and after that you have lost too much time, so you could have just done it normally. But I hope I get it first try, which I see no reason why I shouldn't get it first try. And actually the stage after this is also pretty difficult. So I'll use this second try maybe. So I line it up here on this pixel. Ah, there it is. So you have to jump off of the last pixel possible, like not pixel, like last frame. So you can get that jump. So here you can also just simply die. It happened to me on really good runs, because like sometimes your input just gets eaten at that point. I have no idea why that happens, but it didn't happen here, so it's pretty nice. So we are almost at the last world already. So this is probably the last hard stage of World 8. So the only reason why it's hard is because the input gets eaten here a lot, like this part right now, but it didn't happen. So you can just like walk into this chocolate or lava, I don't know what it is. I would guess it's lava, but it looks like more like chocolate, to be honest. So you could like easily just run into it. So here is one exception. Normally I would wait on all like the barrels to line up so I can throw them all at once at Donkey Kong, but here I would actually throw the first one directly, because you would otherwise throw the second, in this case stone, against the bird, and that would lose me like 1 damage at Donkey Kong. So now comes Last World. Last World is pretty quick. Probably like 5 minutes, I think. So I would lie, but I I think the first 3 stages are only RNG. I don't want to lie. So here, Donkey Kong Jr. Can decide to switch the switch at whatever time he wants, and he can do it in such a way that I would just die of the obstacles that, like objects that fall off the screen, but it didn't happen in this case. So that's why the stage is mostly RNG. The execution is pretty simple. But like if you think about it, like almost every stage has some kind of RNG in this game, but mostly it doesn't matter. So here, in some cases, Donkey Kong Jr. can switch the switch, so you couldn't be able to climb up this. Like, you wouldn't be able to climb up this fast up there, but it usually doesn't happen. But like Donkey Kong Jr. isn't a problem in like after the stage, Donkey Kong Jr. isn't a problem anymore, because then the best stage basically comes up in this whole game. So here again, Donkey Kong Jr. can just decide if you get good RNG or not. So here you can jump actually through the enemy because he was in his falling animation, and then he doesn't damage you. So now I have to wait until he switches the switch. But he did, so that was good RNG. Like not perfect RNG, but like it wasn't bad RNG, so I'm fine. So here, finally, Donkey Kong isn't a problem anymore, Donkey Kong Jr. So we encage him here, or cage him here. So it's pretty good. He's just does a lot of RNG in this game. That's unfortunate. But like I had to avoid the mushroom. If I didn't avoid the mushroom, I would have died. So it was my fault, but also it was very like weird circumstances. Like if I would have gotten hit by the mushroom, I would have died, because I would have fallen down, and that would kill me because it's too high. So the last 5 stages are actually really fast, and I like them really a lot, simply because they're really fast and they go by very and the execution is really fun to do. Besides 9-6, that stage is awful. You will see in a second why, because I probably will mess it up. I have to count there something, and sometimes you can miscount there because you have to, like, it's pretty hard to keep track of it, because it's too fast to like know how much you swung. I hope that was the right word, I don't know. Like, you will see in a second what I mean. So here, we have to use these rope things. So one. That was enough. That was 1, 2, 1 off. I could just also like, I want to do it optimally, so I have to count that. So here it's important that you just only do 4. If you do more than 4, you will just fly through to Donkey Kong, and that will kill you. So almost the last stage. So 9-7. Hopefully I got like a reverse backflip there, but wasn't perfect reverse backflip. So now comes the last stage. Or maybe it isn't the last stage, who knows. But it's the best music in the game, that's for sure. So here I set up again like all the barrels to throw at Donkey Kong. So maybe this was the final boss, or maybe there's something left. And of course there's something left. This was not the last boss. So, here we go, last boss fight. The princess just got wrecked. So we wanna wall jump here optimally on this thing. So now we're just gonna collect barrels again. So if you don't jump there, you would just fall down, and that would be bad because we want to stay as long as possible on this platform here. We don't want to ever go down, because that just lose time. So I will probably immediately throw this barrel against Donkey Kong as soon as he gets viable to hit, like this. So now I have this second barrel again. So, but I don't want to throw it immediately, simply because I want to get like another barrel for like the last phase. So in the last phase, he is like stomping on the ground with his hands, and if you stay on this point right now, on this point where I am, the object's never gonna hit you. So so time comes up when I will just say it, when I don't die. So we'll just wait until I get up there, because it's pretty risky to get them. Whoa. It's close. Like, see how bad it is to go get down there. Yeah, it's fine. I would just do the dunk. Time. That's better than I expected.
Hej allihopa! Tack alla svenska ESA-medlemmar och alla supportrar.
By the way, that was Swedish for thank you ESA members and supporters. Hi, I'm Ettore Rossetti from Save the Children USA. And we're here in our home office in Fairfield, Connecticut. And we just all wanted to say thank you so much to the viewers and donors of the European Speedrunners Assembly 2016. And a special shout out to the speedrunners and organizers for